Hello, I am Austin Kelly.
And I'm John Riley.
Our presentation is on the design technique of single-page applications.
So, what is a SPA? No, not a SPA. A single-page application. A single-page application is a JavaScript-driven web application that requires only a single-page load. One of the most telltale signs that a website is a single-page application is if the browser never has to load another page after the site has been initially loaded. Many sites will also dynamically change the URL displayed at the top of the browser. This maintains the ability for a user to bookmark a specific page of the web application. Some of the characteristics is the majority of processing is done client-side in the browser by means of JavaScript. The content is also loaded often by AJAX requests and DOM manipulation. And as mentioned before, the web URL can dynamically change.
Before getting into the upsides and downsides of single-page applications, we would like to first provide some examples of existing single-page applications. Some of these you may not even have known were single-page applications.
The first example is Google Docs. When opening a document in Google Docs, we can see that the entire user interface is loaded. When interacting with it, there's no need for a new page to load at any moment.
The second example is Facebook. Much of the Facebook website is a single-page application. Here on Facebook, you can see when navigating between the landing page
and my personal Facebook page, there's no browser reload. However, the URL does dynamically change.
Here, we can see that even our favorite website to binge watch TV shows is indeed a single-page application. When clicking to view a movie, we can see up at the top left that a new page is not loaded.
WhatsApp, a simple messaging application, is also a SPA when viewing the web version in a browser and only consists of a simple UI.
There are many benefits of having a single-page web application. For example, the app is very responsive in terms of server interaction. This is because the app fetches the data in the background using AJAX requests, so the user interface is free to accept additional requests. Another benefit is that the app can save partially complete forms or documents without the user clicking the submit button. In other words, if a user is in the middle of filling out a form and needs to look back at a different page within the app in order to know what to say, the app will allow the user to navigate to a different page without the risk of losing the information that was previously inputted into the form. A single-page web application can also support rich client-side behaviors much easier than a traditional application. One example of a client-side behavior includes the drag and drop. One other benefit that single-page web applications have is that they are easy to debug using the Chrome browser.
Some of the downsides to using a single-page application include they're less secure because JavaScript is not a compiled language, and therefore it would potentially be exposed to malicious attacks. They may have a slow initial download. If a user restricts the use of JavaScript on his or her browser, the app will not work properly. And search engine optimization is also limited because web crawlers usually rely on stable content. After considering how we could do an effective demonstration of the single-page application, we determined that it would be a bit overkill to design and program a demo for Food for All. Instead, we decided to use a simple recipe keeping and shopping list single-page application that I made last semester for my wife and I. First, I'll show a little bit of the code structure and then show the app in action.
When the application initially loads, it's running all the necessary JavaScript for classes, as well as getting the necessary resources, such as images and such. as well as doing authentication with the backend, which is using Firebase. It retrieves necessary objects, in this instance, the recipes, and saves it to a local variable. Thus, when I tap to look at a recipe, rather than loading a whole new page, it simply manipulates the DOM dynamically, clearing the previous list and populating preset HTML with the recipe's values. This allows for the load time to be very quick and responsive. And even when switching to a very slow Wi-Fi network after the initial load, the app is still very quick and responsive.
After learning about single-page applications, we recommend choosing to use single-page applications in the following scenarios. When the web application must expose a rich user interface with many features, when the application should look and feel like a native application, and when the web application development team working on the project is already experienced with web frameworks.
So in summary, in this presentation, we learned about single-page applications. We learned that a single-page application is a web application that requires only a single page load, where most of the processing is handled with JavaScript.
Some of the advantages for using single-page web page applications are the following. Single-page applications support rich client-side behavior. They are very responsive in terms of server interaction. They can save partially completed forms without having the form submitted, and they are easy to debug with Chrome.
It's appropriate to use a SPA when the application has many features and requires a rich user interface, as well as the desired appearance of the app is similar to a native application.
Thank you for watching our presentation, and we hope you learned a little bit about single-page applications.